Boss forced us to CC everyone. So I CC'd the entire company on everything. I 29M work in a mid-sized company where management loves using buzzwords like transparency, alignment, and cross-department synergy without actually understanding what any of those things mean. Our department recently got a new supervisor who is obsessed with visibility, and by obsessed, I mean he micromanages every sentence that leaves our keyboards. One morning he called a meeting and announced a brand new rule. From now on, every single email must be copied to the entire team, no matter how small the request. He said it would keep everyone informed and reduce confusion. Immediately the room filled with quiet groans because we all knew exactly what would happen. Our inboxes would explode with pointless chains about coffee filters, break room light bulbs, and lunch recommendations. A coworker politely tried to point this out, but the supervisor cut him off and lectured us for 20 minutes about non-negotiable standards. Then he sent out a written policy stating that failure to CC the entire department on every message would result in disciplinary action. So I decided to comply. Perfectly. He said everyone, so I took it literally. If he wanted visibility, he was going to get visibility from the entire company. The next morning, when the IT team asked if I could confirm my laptop serial number, I replied and CC'd not only my entire department but also the IT director, the finance team, human resources, the training department, corporate operations, and the CEO. I even CC'd the supervisor himself. When human resources emailed me to confirm a workshop time, I replied and CC'd the entire company again. When the office administrator asked if anyone had seen the missing stapler, I CC'd everyone. When a coworker asked if I could send him the link to the conference call, I CC'd nearly 100 people. Every email I sent suddenly had a distribution list so large it required scrolling. I did not add commentary. I did not complain. I simply followed the rule as written. Within a week, the unintended consequences hit hard. People from other departments began asking why they were being copied on emails about printer refills and lunch breaks. The CEO received an entire thread about break room coffee grounds. Human resources got dragged into an 11-message debate about whether someone misplaced a calculator. Then something truly beautiful happened. The supervisor doubled down and responded to each chain using the same mass CC list, proudly declaring that transparency is essential for team success. He thought he looked like a leader. Everyone else thought he sounded unhinged. Departments unrelated to ours started replying with things like, "Please remove us from this thread and why am I copied on this?" My personal favorite was someone from accounting who wrote, "I do not need visibility on desk chair adjustments. Please stop." Things exploded the day the office ran out of printer paper. Normally one person would email the admin staff and that would be that. But I followed the rule. I CC'd everyone. My coworker followed the rule. He CC'd everyone. The admin replied and CC'd everyone. People asking what brand we use CC'd everyone. By noon there were 87 emails about printer paper. The CEO received all of them. At that point, corporate finally stepped in. The CEO sent a short message to the supervisor saying, "Please schedule a meeting with me immediately regarding your email policy." The supervisor panicked, tried to blame the team, and claimed we were weaponizing the rule against him. But corporate had the receipts, and they were not amused. The CEO had been copied on a full week of nonsense, including an argument about a missing lunchbox. By the end of the day, the supervisor sent out a brand new policy. It said, in all caps, that emails should only be copied to relevant parties and unnecessary CC chains were no longer permitted. He tried to frame it as a collaborative decision, but everyone knew exactly what happened. He got humiliated by his own rule. The best part? He never acknowledged that the original rule came from him. He acted like we had collectively misunderstood the concept of transparency. But the entire company had watched him dig himself into a hole, fall in headfirst, and then try to pretend it was a leadership exercise. Now things are back to normal. Inbox chaos has subsided, and the supervisor avoids making absolute rules without running them by corporate. He even tries to act collaborative and open-minded, which is hilarious considering this entire mess started because he wanted control over everything. And every time he walks by my desk, I remember the look on his face when the CEO emailed him directly about those 87 printer paper notifications, and honestly, that memory alone makes the entire fiasco worth it.